Hey everyone, my name, as always, is Chaos in the Sky, and welcome to the Super Scuffed Part 300 of Pixelmon. As you can see, I'm on my starting soon screen. This is this is a little unfortunate. I'm actually really upset about this, but you probably noticed Pixelmon hasn't been going up for a little bit if you've been watching these live. If you're not finding this series like way after the fact and just binging all 300 episodes. But for a good while, Pixelmon was going up like every day, and for the past month, it hasn't been because we were getting up to part 300, and we had been working on upgrading the server. So we've been playing on 8.3.4 for the majority of the playthrough. I think we were on 8.3.0 for like the start of it, but most of the playthrough we've been on like 8.3.4, and it's been a lot of fun. But they recently came out with Pixelmon 9.0. And we didn't immediately upgrade to it, as we've mentioned in the playthrough up to this point. We didn't immediately upgrade to it because it had a lot of jank going on, basically. It had a bunch of issues and stuff that just wasn't sorted out, and it still is a little jank. It's still a little messed up, but we've upgraded to 9.0. If you don't watch on Twitch, you probably haven't seen it, but by the time this video goes live, there will have already been at least one stream, if not two, of us playing on the 9.0 server. And I wanted to close out the 8.3.4 playthrough and kind of start the 9.0 playthrough as like its own thing, basically. So pretty soon you're going to see on the channel a Pixelmon 9.0, I think it's like 0.7 is what we're on right now. You're going to see like a 9.0.7 playthrough on the channel soon that's going to be starting at part 1. But it's not like we're starting everything over. We're actually just continuing the series where it left off in part 299. So we've still got all of our builds, but it's a whole new world. Like, we've generated an entirely new world because there's a new biome mod for 9.0. So it's an entirely new world with a much better biome setup. A lot more colorful biomes, a lot better than, what was the one we used before? The ones we use now is, the biomes you'll go. Biomes of Plenty. Biomes of Plenty was good, but didn't have quite as good biome diversity, and they had way too many like deserts and desert analogs. But the new biome mod, the biomes you'll go, that Pixelmon uses from 9.0 onward is very, very nice. Like I said, we've already done like a 5-hour stream, and that'll be making it to YouTube soon. But it was very fun, and I'm really looking forward to getting to mess around with the new biome stuff and what it affords us, and the new stuff we can do in 9.0. Also, 9.0 is on Minecraft 1.16.5. The Pixelmon we've been playing was on 1.12.2, so we didn't have a lot of new update stuff. 1.16 still isn't like the most recent Minecraft, but it's a lot more recent. I think, what is Minecraft on right now? Like 1.18? 1.19? Something like that? So 1.16 is a lot newer. There's stuff like campfires and numerous other things, basically. So, yeah, we've already started streaming that playthrough. I'm just letting a bit of a backlog build before I start uploading, so that way I can go back to uploading basically one a day. Because I thought to myself, like, I can start uploading part 1 of the 9.0 immediately if I want to, but then I might have to like skip a day here and there because of how our schedules work. But if I just get the first 2, maybe 3 streams in and then start uploading, I'll have a nice little cushion to be able to make sure I upload one every day like I was before. So that's the plan. That's going to be coming back soon. I've had some people leaving comments being like, what is part 300 of Pixelmon, etc., etc., probably wondering where the series is going if they don't keep up with Twitch or don't keep up with some of my other playthroughs where I may have mentioned it. But that'll be happening soon. So for those of you who are like, I need my Pixelmon fix, it'll be here very shortly. And it's going to start back at like a part 1. So you'll see like a part 1, part 2, part 3, etc. Because I just thought it would be neat to like go from the 8.3 series to the 9.0 version to like kind of like reset the YouTube playlist and that kind of deal. And that's how I wanted to do it. I also, and this is what I said at the start of the video I'm a little upset about, I also wanted to do like a big grand finale for part 300 and like make a fun little video that would be super neat to close out Pixelmon part 300, which you're currently watching and probably wondering like there's no Pixelmon happening, it's just a starting soon screen. What is going on, Chaos? I also just knocked my microphone slightly, sorry if that sounded weird. But I did want to do like a big fancy finish for Pixelmon, and I tried so hard, chat, but despite how hard I tried, I only got so far. Michael, Lone Wolf, and I came up with an idea to have us do like a little Pokemon tournament, basically like a Pokemon League deal, where for the final part, for part 300, we would like do team battles where we would pair off onto teams. It would be, I think it was RTK and Sly, because we actually got Slyro back for it because we needed an 8th person, and Mercy unfortunately couldn't make the times work. But RTK and Sly, and then Shroom and Lone Wolf, Michael and Lauren, and then me and Jet were all on teams, and we would do double battles because Pixelmon had commands where you could do 4-person battles. And I tested that to make sure it would work, and we were able to do a 4-person battle off stream. So, then I had to work out a time where I wasn't streaming because I didn't want to stream it. It would only be like a 45-minute to an hour-long recording, so I didn't want it to mess with my other stream times. So I had to try and set up a time for everyone where we could all be together to do this video, basically, for an hour. And it was a nightmare. No matter, like, we had to have all 8 people for it, because that's how the teams worked out. We needed 8 people, and just constantly, totally no one's fault. It just happened to play out that way. But constantly, there would be one person who was like, I can't make this work. Like, something came up. Someone actually, I'm not going to name names, even though it doesn't matter, because, again, it's not their fault. But there was one day where we were actually going to be able to do it, and then one of us got sick, like, bad sick, was not able to, like, could not stay in a call and talk for, like, 20 minutes, let alone an hour. So we had to postpone it then. We tried to get Mercy to be a part of it, but her schedule was like impossible to work out with RTK and Jets. So that's eventually we had to ask Slyro instead to take Mercy's space, basically. Even though he hadn't played Pixelmon or wanted to play Pixelmon for like the past 4 months, which is why he hasn't been part of the playthrough. But so we had to work out that. And then there were like 2 other days we tried to do it, and someone was like, oh, something came up, like I have to do this for like work or et cetera, et cetera. It was basically a nightmare working it out. But we finally, just before we updated the server to 9.0, because we wanted to do the finale in 8.3, so we were waiting to update the server until we got it done, which made it take longer to get the server updated so we could start streaming Pixelmon again. We finally all got together to record it, and wouldn't you know, I didn't realize until like days after the fact, Streamlabs didn't pick up any of the Discord audio. It's a glitch that happens here and there that I know about, but I was not paying close enough attention, I guess, and I recorded the entire hour-long thing with everyone else basically being deafened. Like, I could hear them, but it didn't pick up in the recording, which meant only my voice was in the recording, and so it was awful, basically. It was a nightmare. Not only that, but to add even further insult to injury, when we recorded it for an hour, we got like 15 minutes in, and then we started doing the team battles, and it broke. Like, it wouldn't let us do the battles, it wouldn't let people send out Pokemon, it wouldn't let us spectate, stuff like that. It just all fell apart. The Pixelmon devs did not code it very well. So, it was just a nightmare, basically, in every sense of the word, but I was still gonna upload it just to have a part 300 finisher, only to find out that, hey, the other 7 people in call with me, it didn't pick up any of their audio, and RTK, his recording actually crashed in the middle of it, so he only recorded, like, the first 25 minutes, and then he stopped recording because his recording was just messing up, so I couldn't even ask him to, like, give me the audio for it, because he only had, like, the first 20 minutes of audio, and, like, why would I even bother at that point, you know what I mean? So, basically, it was a nightmare through and through. However, despite the audio not catching, I do still have the footage, and I'm going to show you in this video, so it's not just a 10-minute video of me saying, hey, this is what happened, I'm sorry there's not a part 300. I'm going to show you the build that Lone Wolf, Michael, and I did, because we put together basically a Pokemon League for the server to do part 300 in, and we were very proud of it. It was so nice. We came together as the 3 of us in creative. We did it in creative mode because we were just doing it for like a big finale, and it was so much fun building, and it was really fun showing everyone it, so we were really proud of it, basically, and we definitely want to recreate it in the 9.0 series at some point, but I want to show you it because it would be a shame for it never to be seen, or at least until we rebuild it. But I've got this muted because, again, it's just my audio, like everyone else's didn't come through. I had everyone lined up here at the pirate ship. I'm so upset that it just all went wrong on so many levels, but them's the breaks, you know? That's how it goes sometimes. But we had everyone here, and I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit. I was given the whole runaround about it. And then boom, here's the Pokemon League we made. We made it out of Instone and then like sandstone slabs. I put up like a bunch of the shiny Pokemon as legendaries and whatnot. You've got like the legendary beasts, the legendary birds, and the what do you call the Reggie trio? Do you just call them the legendary golems? Got the legendary golems up there. We made them all shiny. It was very nice. We only me, Lone Wolf, and Michael had made this, so we told everyone else they had to like walk in together and all to like take it all in together because they hadn't seen it. This front spot, actually, let me pause. This front spot and the legendary Pokemon being up top, that was like almost 100% me. I'm just gonna take a little credit. Also, the ride-on bit, I'm pretty sure was 100% me. Michael and Lone Wolf did a lot of the work on the interior and the backside that you'll see in a minute. You can tell on the minimap it looks very nice. But this was all mostly me, this front. I was very proud of like the depth I put to that and making it look nice and making the stuff work. You'll also notice the legendary birds are flying while the others are all standing. The legendary birds did not have standing animations where they weren't standing 100% still, which was very disappointing, and that's why they had to be like that. But we had like that's Cheryl from like Pokemon Platinum, Diamond, and Pearl that we put in there. Was really neat. Pay no attention to how like the Pokemon turned out. I had to put all the Pokemon that we were using up to level 100 to make it work. It was a big mess. I explained it in the video, but again, everyone else's audio didn't record, so you don't get to hear that now, unfortunately. It's very, very sad that this didn't work out like I wanted it to. But I put Sojiro here, and he like gave everyone held items to use for the battles. It was very cute. Skip ahead a little bit because I want you to see the rest of the building before I end this video. This video is going to be like one of the shortest Pixelmon videos in history. Probably the shortest one on the channel. It's going to be like 15 minutes. But, back a little bit more, back a little bit more. Go on, walk in, walk in. But then we had everyone walk up, and you see more shiny legendaries. We've got the Creation Trio up there, and then Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem looking around. Most of this in here, the putting legendaries around was my idea, but most of this in here, also using Amethyst and Crystal are those blocks down there that look really nice. That was also my idea, but most of the actual execution of this area was a combination of Lone Wolf and Michael working together. I think Michael did those neat little bleachers like 100% on his own. Lone Wolf did a lot of the like hallways and walk up, and Lone Wolf, that interior section we were in, as well as putting down the carpets in there that matched the Crystal and Amethyst gyms. That was all Lone Wolf's idea. So me, Lone Wolf, and Michael did a lot of contribution to this. Putting in the Phantom Thieves was, of course, my idea. They had neat little dialogue talking about like the team battles and all, but I'm not going to go through that. We also had the Arceus Chalice up there. Also up there, you can see there are some Cherish Balls. I gave everyone a gift, basically, just like I did with the... That looks really blurry on Slyro. Look at him. He's trying to blur out of existence. But there were Cherish Balls where everyone got a Pokemon, just like at the end of the Phantom Thief event we did. I won't tell you what they are, because I actually just respawned them in via Cherish Ball in the 9.0 stream, the first one we did. So you'll get to see that in part 1 of the 9.0 series if you haven't watched the stream or the VOD. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll just go back to the starting soon screen, I guess. That's basically it. I just wanted to show off that build a little bit because, again, me, Lone Wolf, and Michael did put a lot of work and effort into that, and I didn't want it to just be lost to the ether. And I also wanted to explain to you why you're getting this lame, like, 15-minute part 300 that isn't actually me playing Pixelmon with my friends, because the recording broke along with all the other things that broke. Like I said, we tried to do the multi-battles, and they broke in the middle of the recording. It was a nightmare. RTK's recording broke down, my recording broke. It took us like a month and a half to actually get this event to even happen because of scheduling issues. It was a nightmare behind the scenes every step of the way, so I hope you guys appreciate that I at least tried to do a fun, like, part 300 thing. And I even tried to do something that was, like, Pokemon related, because we do so little Pokemon in the playthrough other than just catching Pokemon. Like, 90% of us playing this playthrough is just playing Minecraft, because I don't even really like Pokemon that much. The thing I like most about Pokemon is the Pokemon designs, and then seeing them wander around in Minecraft, which is why that's all I really do with Pokemon in the Pixelmon series, other than doing raids, and we only do raids to get items. Like, if I didn't get cool items from doing raids, I wouldn't even do raids in the Pixelmon series. So, same for, like, fighting bosses. So I wanted to try and do something that was more like Pokemon battles, even though I don't really like Pokemon that much anymore when it comes to like the actual gameplay. And the game was just like, no. Every time we did it, we would get to do the first turn, and the second someone's Pokemon died and needed to switch out, it would just like soft lock everyone. You wouldn't be able to do anything. It was a nightmare. But yeah. So here's Pixelmon Part 300. It's insanely lackluster. I'm very sorry, but hey, you know, what really matters is that very, very soon, you're going to see, it'll probably have I'm going to make a new thumbnail for it as well. I got to figure out what I'm going to do for that. I really want to do something like what RTK did, but I don't just want to steal his thumbnail idea, because his is really nice. It's a lot better than mine. But, I'm going to be uploading those soon, and you'll probably even be getting, like, daily uploads again. I'd probably expect that to happen, I don't know, definitely sometime in October, because let me think. We've done one stream. We're going to be doing another Pixelmon stream this coming Tuesday, which is in September. Probably sometime in October, Pixelmon videos will start coming back. You'll start seeing pretty much one a day for the most part. I'd like to get 3 streams done before I start uploading them, because that way I know for sure I'll have a good backlog cushion, basically, to be able to upload them effectively without missing days, much if at all. So, yeah. I apologize for the wait on Pixelmon. This is just kind of how it worked out, especially with having to update the server. We had to do a lot of work to get the server updated to 9.0 and be ready to go without losing all of our mini builds that we've made throughout the playthrough. So, yeah. I think that's pretty much all I have to say. Be sure to check out the links in the description to RTK. If I remember, I'll put Slyro down there as well. Like, go check him out and his stuff. RTK, he uploads his side of Pixelmon, so you can see stuff from his perspective. So definitely go check that out. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to streaming and uploading more Pixelmon, etc., etc. Be sure, you guys really support the series. A lot of people watching. Gets a good amount of comments and likes and all that. I really appreciate that. It really helps the channel. I do this, for any of you who don't know, I do Twitch and YouTube like for a living. It pays my bills. So Pixelmon, I enjoy playing Pixelmon, and the fact that I enjoy playing it, and it's such at least for the last while, has been such a mainstay on the channel, and people are still really enjoying it and watching, and it like gets comments and likes and stuff like that. It's really great. It's really great to see. So, keep watching. Keep liking and commenting and whatnot. I appreciate it greatly. And I hope you guys enjoyed the Pixelmon 9.0 playthrough once it starts going up to YouTube. I look forward to seeing you there. And until then, farewell.